Welcome to Shoestring Radio Theatre. We now present Steamed. Written by Bret Jones, directed by Alan Caylow, and produced by Monica Sullivan at Ray of Light Theatre in San Francisco.
Any jobs in the kettle, love?
What are you doing back, Indigo? I thought you were in Russia.
Just got back, actually. Took the Siberian Express airship across the strait, into Alaska, and caught the Maple Rail back. 3 days. And they say transportation isn't improving.
I dare say.
So, any work?
You just got back. How about a cup of steamed coffee and we'll go over the notes for the Russian job?
No notes, but I will take the coffee.
Fine, have it your way.
I usually do, me paying the bills and such around here. Speaking of which...
Il Dottore is out at the moment.
The Dottore have anything on?
His main concern right now seems to be reducing carbon dioxide from automobile motors. Says if we don't stop their emissions, we'll destroy the planet.
He's always on about some such rot. I mean, automobiles. Next he'll complain about the auto cycles, auto boats, and airships.
Not airships. Not if they run off steam as most do.
That's right. A new law, correct? I can hardly keep up with everything the president is up to. Teddy always was one irascible fellow, especially when we took San Juan Hill with those auto horses that the good doctor came up with.
Not all that long ago. Here's your coffee.
Sugar?
2.
Matilda.
That's your limit. As your booking agent, I have to keep you in top physical form. Which reminds me.
My appointment with Wild Bill Cody at the Mississippi, correct?
Incorrect. You can swim with your ruffian friends later.
Matilda.
Right now, it's Ms. Rubicon. You have an appointment at the freshwater pool downtown.
A freshwater pool?
It's indoors, a new idea.
Who am I meeting again?
Nemo's secretary, Raji Madundi.
Yes, Raji, indeed. I could use another lump.
On your skull. Now, let's go over the notes for the Russian file, and then you'll meet Raji for that swim.
Harkway, you're back. How was Russia? No, don't tell me. I really do not care. I went to restaurants. I played cards with the Tsar, shot at foxes with Rasputin, and generally loathed the entire country.
And now you can't go back there, or need I remind you?
There aren't many places left on the planet for me where I am not wanted by the authorities.
Men of science do that sometimes.
Me? All of the time. And Harkway, do not, I repeat, do not go see this Arms and the Alien play by Bernard Shaw. It's a rubbish. His anti-war propaganda garbage oozes out from the first line to the finish.
But Angelo, I thought you hated war.
If you are trying to be funny, Miss Rubicon, you are failing.
Why don't you go invent something? How about the light bulb? Oops, too late. Edison beat you to it.
Oh, that name, charlatan! Quack!
Edison! Edison!
I'm off to my workshop. Miss Rubicon, no disturbances, if you are pleased, especially from my employer.
Now, let's discuss in vivid detail the case in Russia. Let me get my typeputer and we'll get started.
Hopefully, a job.
I'll get it. I'm your booking agent, after all. Indigo Harkway, mercenary agent for hire. Miss Rubicon, his booking agent speaking. Raji? Yes, of course. I understand.
Let me have it.
Go away. I'll tell him. Don't worry. He'll find you.
He's in trouble. What is it?
He was followed to the freshwater pool facilities.
By?
No one he knew, but the man was taking too much interest in him.
Is he still there?
Yes. He said he would hide in the steam rooms.
How appropriate. Go start the steam engine on the autocycle while I get my guns.
You do realize that at this point you are not getting paid.
I realize that. Raji is a friend, and his master is also someone I care about very much.
I just thought as your booking agent I should remind you before you rush headlong into this, whatever it may be.
Duly noted. Tell the Dottore to stay on alert in case I need him, and go start that engine.
There's no need to get snippy, Indigo.
There is if you don't get out that door. Now, where did I pack those pistols of mine?
I can't stand
You cannot leave your vehicle there.
Indigo Harkway, out of the way!
Oh, of course, certainly, Mr. Harkway.
Sir, please, there's no need to run. Sir!
Follow me right now. The steam rooms.
Sir, what is this about? What kind of jurisdiction do you have here?
This kind. Open the door and get out of the way.
Certainly.
Raji, are you in here? Raji!
Sir,
What is it?
I think I found your friend. He's dead.
To the main.
To the main.
Such a beautiful airship blown out of the sky by the Spanish.
Allegedly.
Of course, we'll never know for certain, but I know. It's what makes what we did in Cuba worth it.
True or not?
Not to put too fine a point on it, McCurry, but truth doesn't really matter in the long run. Only what is perceived as truth.
I see. Certainly correct, but sad. Philosophically speaking, of course.
Listen, McCurry. I apologize. Commandant McCurry. I forget about your new promotions. Forgive me.
Nothing to forgive. We're all going our own way, aren't we? Teddy's doing what Teddy does best. I'm now a police commandant, and you're...
Causing trouble for you. Another apology I offer you.
I realize your reputation is international, Indigo, but you can't just go around waving those German-made pistols of yours everywhere you go in the city.
You're right, of course. And for your information, the C-96s are perfect in my line of work.
Machine pistols. Not very sporting of you.
No, it's not. That's the point. And they're a gift from the Kaiser.
As in Wilhelm?
None other. I did a little job for him last year.
And this job and your dead friend?
I was hoping you could tell me. Raji didn't check in with you?
No. Why would he?
He's an emissary for Nemo.
Captain Nemo? He's a renegade and an outlaw.
Only in some countries, and ours isn't one of them.
Not now. No, this Raji didn't check in with me.
That's not like Raji. He's very respectful of his position in other countries. Nemo wouldn't want him to act covertly. Unless he was being followed.
Or hunted. He was shot with a steam gun.
That explains why no one heard a gunshot. No gunpowder. Steam-powered lead.
They're illegal here. As well they should be. Here, take a look.
Not as heavy as I thought it might be. Prints?
None. It was dumped in the alleyway along with the garbage.
Why, I wonder?
It's light, but it's bulky. The assassin wouldn't be able to conceal it very well, now would he?
Or she. And no, an expensive killing. These don't come cheap. Let me take it with me, McCurry.
It's what we so gallantly call evidence, Indigo.
I've got a man who can possibly find country of origin.
We've checked. No identifying marks were found on it.
There are other ways to tell.
It's yours.
Hello? I thought I might have attracted a tail. All right, let's have some target practice. Blast it all. That was a gift. I can't reach the other one. Blast it all. Let's do this the hard way. And that's how you wreck a man's day. Pun intended.
And you say the man was dead?
Yes, dead on impact. He plowed into a tree, but the cycle was American.
Which means he could have gotten it almost anywhere. And it was a gasoline-powered, keeping its anonymity intact.
I had Matilda contact local authorities to pick up the body. There wasn't anything on him of any significance except for the gun.
Which was a Colt, yes?
44, yes. An antiquated but lovely weapon. How much longer on the extenders?
Do not rush me, Indigo. I know you are in a hurry, but science and invention is enough. Where is Matilda, by the way?
Entering right on cue. We're back here in the workshop, Matilda.
Here,
You found it! Bless you!
I don't get paid enough for all that I do for you, you know.
I thought it was lost for good, and it's no worse for me dropping it.
And you'll be pleased to hear that the local authorities are impressed with your credentials.
At least they come in handy every once in a while. I wish the cyclist had survived.
It answers one thing. Whatever Raji possessed, information or something else, wasn't taken. They're still after it, and they think you've got it.
Which endangers you two here. It seems as if all I've been doing all day is offering apologies. I'm sorry.
Don't be a complete idiot.
And getting you out looking for a lost pistol, Matilda. I'm the worst kind of employer.
Could be worse. I could work for Houdini, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I'm just glad I could find it for you.
I realize this is sensitive, but have you thought of contacting Nemo?
Oh, Dottore.
No, it's fine. You're right. It is sensitive. Nemo and I respect each other very much and would do anything for one another. However, that doesn't mean that I approve of everything he does or has done.
And your last encounter wasn't at all pleasant.
If you mean stopping him from destroying the work on the Panama Canal, then yes, it wasn't at all pleasant.
He eventually saw reason.
Only after I blew a hole in the side of his precious Nautilus. No, it's best for me not to directly contact Nemo. It would only cause more difficulty. What about the steam gun?
Cobbled together from parts manufactured all over the world. Was Raji traveling alone?
Yes, no bodyguards or even a valet, which isn't like him.
Where was he staying?
McCurry didn't know, but was working on it. How much longer on the extenders for my guns, Dottore?
You want to let me sooner get out of my workshop and give me some quiet.
Grumpy, isn't he?
I think he believes it's how he should be.
Out now. I will let you know when I'm finished.
Cranky old thing.
Isn't he, though? Don't know where we'd be without him.
Absolutely.
There you are.
Commandant McCurry, what are you doing here?
McCurry, wandering around the grounds, are you?
I hadn't been here for quite some time. I needed to speak with you and couldn't find you. I saw this building and thought it might be a workshop of yours.
It is. Matilda, would you get some coffee prepared for the Commandant and myself?
Right away.
I know it looks suspicious, me searching for you here, but I do know your secret.
What secret?
Dottore Angelo Vicini.
Vicini? The scientist accused of assisting the Japanese take Port Arthur?
The very one, Mr. Rubicon. An international criminal.
McCurry, you are overstepping your bounds here.
No, Indigo, you're the one overstepping, and I want you to know that I know, and that I'm turning a blind eye.
I see.
Old comrades shouldn't keep anything back from one another. That's your secret, and I know it.
Matilda, the coffee, please.
Certainly.
And your secret, McCurry?
Ah, yes. That, Raji.
What about him?
I knew how he got into America without being detected.
How, pray tell?
The Eba.
Not possible! That is Care Karage's pirate submarine! Blast him!
I understand your anger, Indigo.
You weren't there, McCurry, when the HMS Sword was battered to pieces by that blackguard. All those men, and I couldn't do anything to stop him!
The question right now is, why does Raji have it? And more specifically, Nemo. I thought you might be able to answer me.
As I've already said once today, Nemo and I aren't on speaking terms.
How awkward. And before you ask, I did know this when I saw you earlier today. I didn't tell you because I wasn't authorized to. But us being comrades in arms trumps that.
Thank you. Can I get in the Eba?
I'm hoping so, because we can't. My officers have tried for hours now, and we can't breach the door.
You came to the right man, then. Let's grab that coffee, and I'll collect a bag of goodies, and we'll see what we can do about getting inside that tin can.
Watch it, gentlemen. Coming through. Step aside, gents. Let us give it a go.
Beating on it won't open it up, McCurry. These vessels are works of art, not a door to a saloon.
Tell that to my men, Indigo. Can you get in there?
Stand aside. It's internal. Watch.
Clever. Pressure activated.
Yes, and there's a sweet spot. You have to know where to look.
You did it. What was the combination?
Raji's culture values the number 3 and the left hand over the right. Simple when you think about it. Let's go.
You men, stand guard. We'll be right back. It's beautiful in here.
I told you.
What are we looking for?
Raji's private quarters. Here, I think. Yes. See that fish tank? It has albino squid in it. It was a gift from Nemo when Raji saved his life.
I appreciate the tour as much as the next fellow, Indigo. But please...
Aha! A gramophone!
You want to listen to music.
I think that's our cue, McCurry. That was a gunshot.
But...
Never mind. Let's go!
My men are being cut to pieces!
Get behind me!
What are you going to do?
Get your men out of here! They don't want us. They want the Ebba.
We can't let them have it, Indigo!
Oh, yes, we can. Those are modified Henry rifles out there.
How do you know that?
Because they're blowing holes in your men big enough for a cantaloupe to pass through. Get behind me!
Men, take cover! Get away from the Ebba!
Got one of them.
Can't you wing any of them? We need one of them to interrogate Indigo.
Too late. They're breaking their cover from behind those packing boxes. Go! In the water!
Indigo!
Go!
Another cup of coffee, Indigo.
I'm sloshed as it is, and I'm dried out. What does Teddy's telegram say?
You don't want to know.
He's ordering me out of it. Let me see. I love the man like a brother, and he is the president after all, but the man is a buffoon sometimes. He doesn't know what this is about.
Well, neither do we, Indigo.
Did I forget to mention, up for hearing some music?
Where did you get that record?
Raji's quarters on the Ebba.
What good is that going to do us?
I hope quite a bit, since it has my name on the label. Let me use your gramophone.
Indigo Harkway, you renegade and treacherous swine. That is my greeting to you from Nemo. I, on the other hand, am glad to be talking to you. The recording was insurance. I'm sure if the needle is on the record, I am gone on to my ancestors. It's just as well. I will keep this simple, my friend. A diamond was discovered in South Africa, the Cullinan. It is huge. I encouraged Nemo to take the commission of delivering it to King Edward VII as an act of peace towards Britain. He agreed. I was followed. I sent a courier ahead to Nova Scotia in hopes of him catching the Lusitania for England. Please, Indigo, if you can assist, do so. He will be wearing a crimson sash. You will not be able to miss him. Farewell.
Indigo, I know what you're thinking. President Roosevelt has ordered you out of this.
Then wire him and inform him as to what is transpiring, McCurry.
It won't do any good. There's no way you can beat the Ebba there.
My dear McCurry, this is 1905. We are not in the Dark Ages any longer. There's a way.
Meaning what, exactly?
Meaning, blast Teddy and his orders to stay out of it. Do you want to arrest me?
On what charge?
Thank you, McCurry.
Get out of here before I change my mind. So these are the pirates you're after. That would explain the pieced-together steam gun they used to kill Raji.
Probably some of Care Karaje's men. It's certainly not Karaje himself, as I killed him. I'm sure this is one of his lieutenants who is in dire need of financing.
So a travel, is that what is required?
Yes, but our airship won't beat the Ebba in time.
And you are certain they know the courier's destination?
McCurry had a wire from a police chief near Boston. He reported seeing a metallic fish, not unlike a boat, cutting through the water at incredible speed.
It has surfaced. At least we know.
What can you do for me?
Over here. When you helped John Strack,
The American agent? Yes, I remember.
he was sent to stop the inventor Abour and his airship, the Terror.
It was more than an airship. It could go underwater and drive on land as well. That's why Strock was sent. It was destroyed by lightning in a storm, but Robur was lost. Alive or dead, no one knows.
Beside the point now. Take a look.
What's this? The Terror? But how? We've had this stored here all along and you didn't tell me?
My little surprise.
How many more do you have tucked away around here?
Never mind. The Terror has been put back together and modified. You will need a co-pilot for it. The steam-powered engine required delicate and constant monitoring.
Good. Change your clothes then, Dottore.
Me? No, Harkway. I appreciate you shielding me here from authorities, but I do not wish to venture out from this place, as it may prove fatal for me.
Hello, all. I brought a pot of coffee and biscotti.
Oh, my dear, you are an angel in more ways than you can possibly imagine.
What's going on here? And why are you looking at me that way, Indigo?
How do you feel about being a co-pilot for me?
I would hate it.
Marvelous. Change your clothes. We leave in 15 minutes.
How many times do I have to tell you that I am your booking agent? I do not go around gallivanting, saving the world. That's what I book for you to do.
And how many times do I have to tell you that if Nemo's diamond is stolen by these pirates, we will have terror on the seas and possibly in the air? We need to get to the Lusitania before the pirates do in the Ebba. Once they get there, they will surface and send out men to find Raji's courier.
What are we going to do?
Nary a clue at this point, but I am taking suggestions. Have any?
Forget the whole thing. But since that's not an option, shouldn't we get this thing in the water and look for them there?
We will as soon as we get closer to the Lusitania. We'll exhaust all our fuel for the steam engine if we submerge too quick.
Down there, look.
Good eye, Maddie. The Ebba has surfaced. We're about 2 miles out from the coast.
Wonderful.
Wait! What's that flash from down there?
A cannon.
That's new. They must have added that on the way up here. Hang on!
Indigo, we were clipped. Take a look.
Amphibious mode, Matilda. Buckle up if you aren't already.
Oh, I'm buckled.
Hang on, then!
Aren't we falling too fast?
I'll angle us for a better entry into the ocean. Grab onto something!
Indigo, we're going too fast.
Matilda, are you all right?
I think I may have passed out for a minute.
I think we both did. The impact was too great.
I tried to tell you.
Noted. I think they've submerged.
And they're after us.
We have no firepower to take it on. We'll have to beat them to the Lusitania. I wish we could have stayed in the air. What do you see behind us?
I'm not sure. Something just swam out of the Ebba and is coming towards us. Is that bad?
Swimming?
It's hard to tell underwater, Indigo. I see. It looks like a cylinder.
We're in trouble. Hit the accelerator on the engine.
Why? What's wrong?
That's a torpedo. Hold on. We're going to cut around this reef.
It worked. Wonderful.
Maybe not. We can't stay with them here. We've got to get to shore. Give me all the steam the engine can handle.
Now what? I see them surfacing. Surely they won't fire on the Lusitania.
Stranger things have happened, but I doubt it. Find the courier. Get him on the ship. The captain can give him protection. He'll be wearing a red sash. Go!
What about you?
I'll shoot as many as I possibly can. Now go! Blast it all, Raji. You've really pushed friendship to the brink this time. Forgotten how fast she could move. Time to take out a few pirates.
You there! What is going on?
Got a gun, fella?
I will have you know that I am a security officer for the Lusitania.
Grand. Let's see you pull that pea shooter and help me out. Those are pirates who want nothing more than to plunder as much as we'll let them.
And you are?
Indigo Harkway. Glad to know you.
Harkway? As in one of Teddy Roosevelt's auto horse riders?
The very same.
I'll gladly help out.
Good shot there, fella. Nicely done. And there's their captain. Uh-oh, and there's our courier. I don't see Matilda. Let me borrow your sword. I'll be right back. Cover me!
There's the courier! Kill him!
Not a good idea, friend.
Harkway! I was warned that you might be in this.
Who's my admirer who thinks so much of me?
Get Karaje!
He was steward. I should know. I did it.
He is very much alive and on the move.
Blast it all. I'll make sure your death makes the front page then. Finally. Matilda must have gotten to the ship's captain. Let's clean up this mess, boys.
I have another treasure to tinker with. Yes, that is the word, right? Tinker.
It is.
More coffee?
If you're offering.
I am.
And Karaji is alive.
If you take the word of a pirate.
I'll keep my eyes open.
At least the diamond was delivered to the King of England. It should smooth things over after the Boer conflict.
Another situation that only time will tell. And your pistols.
Beautiful, Dottore. I like them. Attached to my arms, under my coat, and out of the way until I need them. I'll keep the extenders.
Now I can hopefully work on something actually worth a while, like a vehicle that operates off of the rays of the sun.
Are you serious? Will never happen. But I suppose it never hurts to try. As for me, I'm going to take 2 weeks off and catch up on theater, opera, concerts.
That will have to wait. I received a telegram this morning from the President of Mexico. There is a fellow there by the name of Pancho Villa that is beginning to stir up trouble.
Is this a paying job?
I made sure of it.
Then I'll pack a bag for the airship Lincoln. Book me on the red eye.
Already done.
I would say you're a marvel, Matilda, but then I would have to give you a bigger salary.
And we can't have that.
And I would come with you, Indigo. I love Mexico. But
Let me guess. You blew up a train depot by accident during an experiment and was exiled.
No. Actually, I put something into the water there, and let me tell you, it was a big mistake.
That I don't doubt.
That concludes Steamed, written by Bret Jones, directed by Alan Caylow, and produced by Monica Sullivan at Ray of Light Theatre in San Francisco. It starred Alan Caylow, Annette Oliveira, Jonathan W. Wind, and Seth Adam Sher. Our co-producer was Steve Rubenstein, and our senior associate producer was Alan Caylow. You can write us, care of our producer, Monica Sullivan, at srt@shoestring.org. Visit our website at www.shoestring.org. For Shoestring Radio Theatre, I'm Seth Adam Sher. Thank you for listening.